I was in Canada. A lot of people downloading that up in Canada to watch.
Where BlackBerry is.
Yeah, there's not a BlackBerry in Canada. Let me hear you the sound of the BlackBerry. Because there's one.
Where's my
They'd be better off.
green phone?
They would be better off trying to find BlackBerries than Pokemon because it'd be worth more.
Do you remember a company called
there's
Research
one.
in Motion?
Yes. Yeah. 1990 called. They want their Milli Vanilli album back. Okay. You get into this century even. 1990.
I still listen to Vanilla Ice.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. Chase Wilsey. So Chase, have you heard of this Pokemon thing?
I have. I mean,
Are you in it?
Yeah.
Are you involved?
I have not used it.
Yeah, of course you have.
But you just told me a very interesting thing about it, which I think you should share.
What is it?
How businesses make money. So businesses can actually buy Pokemon essentially and drive traffic into their stores.
So it's up in the cloud?
I don't really know how
stickers?
the app works, but
I don't understand what it is.
It's stickers.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an interesting
All right.
thing.
All right. Speaking of generational differences, so Venmo. Okay, so I've got a question for you. So PayPal, of course, is how you pay for a lot of stuff online.
Yes.
Do you know who started PayPal? Same guy who started Tesla, Elon Musk. Yeah, Elon Musk started PayPal. Do you know that?
I did
Same
not know
guy.
that at all, but I did know that they sold it to eBay for like a gazillion dollars,
Yes.
right?
So Elon Musk started PayPal.
Oh.
PayPal now owns a app called Venmo.
That's correct. Yeah.
What is Venmo?
So Venmo, let's say you go out, get dinner with your friends, you're like, oh, we just need one check.
Okay.
And then you're like, oh, I'll just Venmo you money. So you transfer money from your bank account to your friend's bank account.
No cost.
No cost.
Okay.
If you use a credit card to transfer money, then there's a slight cost for that. But it's really creating a
So it's app to
generational
app.
difference. Yeah.
So here's the problem with it. So they also have Square Cash. Square Cash does the same thing.
Correct.
Correct?
Yeah.
Square Cash is also a transferring money thing. Okay. Now, I have no problem with this idea other than the fact that if I pay what are you looking for?
I'm looking for my green phone.
Yeah, it's not right. It's with your
I like that
with your
phone.
8-track tape player. With this stuff, if I use a credit card and something goes south, my credit card company will protect me.
Sure,
if I use a bank and it goes south, my bank will protect me.
Allegedly.
I tried when I saw your talking points for today. I tried to call Venmo. There is no phone number. They don't talk to you. Square Cash. Square Cash is one of the biggest transaction apps in the world. You can't talk to anybody.
Yeah.
So if something goes south, what are you supposed to do? Well, email us and we'll get it figured out. That's the problem I have. Now, maybe that's, look at generational differences. The reason that we have generational differences is because the millennials don't want to wait for anything. They want it instantly.
Exactly.
Well, I want to instantly know where my money went if I sent it to you and you're saying you didn't get it, but here it says I sent it to you.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How are they dealing with that stuff?
That's a great question. And I mean, I personally don't use Venmo for transactions over, let's say, $50.
Are you comfortable with it though?
I'm very comfortable with it. And speaking of generational differences, Elder Wilsey, my father, he's probably going to kill me for saying this, but 60 years old, has no idea what Venmo is, likes to carry around cash.
Yeah.
I honestly don't carry around cash.
How much cash do you
What's
carry
wrong
around?
with that?
I carry $0 in cash.
You don't carry any cash with you?
No cash
carry
on me.
cash?
I do because I have 9-year-old triplets, and so there's always.
What, you carry no cash?
No cash at all. No.
None.
None.
Not even $20.
Not even $20.
Well, that's that's foolish.
I
what
mean-
happens if something goes south on you? What happens if your battery dies or the electricity goes out and you're out of gas? What do? You have to have 20 on you. You carry no cash.
Well, I mean, in a recent study, 40% of adult Americans carry less than $20 in cash.
Yeah, I believe that. Actually.
So
How much cash do you carry? I used to do a thing called 7 questions.
60 to $100.
Yeah, I used to do a thing called 7 questions when I would interview high-level celebrities. Ely Calloway was one example. He started Callaway Golf Club, Callaway Winery. And I would ask them, what's their earliest memory of money? And I would ask them what their parents taught them about money, what their first job was, what the biggest mistake they made with
That's
money
cool.
was.
That was a good question.
Yeah, so I never. The last question I always asked was, how much cash you got in your pocket right now?
What would they say?
He pulled out a dividend check from Callaway for $1.5 million. He didn't have a dollar on him. He had a dividend check for $1.5 million in his hand.
That works.
But typically,
So these are high-level celebrities that you interviewed.
Yes, so, I mean these are guys like Steve Forbes and
Like Deb Cole.
Deb Cole, for example.
Deb Cole.
Yeah, she had more cash. But it's interesting. We're not carrying as much cash these days. I'll tell you, it's the smartest thing you could do, though. They say, is if you pay in cash, it's better for your budget than if you pay with a credit card. Because you can see it when you're peeling off that lettuce. Try going Christmas shopping or holiday shopping this year, and instead of using a debit card, say, I'm going to budget X amount of dollars and take that cash and go out, and you watch what happens. You will come back with cash. If you do the same thing with a debit card or a credit card, you're going to go out there and you will have spent more than you anticipated because it's not real money.
I believe it.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't
I believe
feel like
that.
real money.
Yeah.
Are you are you saying that Venmo, by the way, handles what? How much in transfers per month?
$1 billion per month in transfers.
Per month.
Wow.
So
That's 1,000 million per month.
And you just said they do it for free, correct?
for free.
So then how do they
10,000
make
million
money?
a year.
That's the thing that I'm questioning. I mean, how do they make money? So you know, a lot of people are like, oh, you don't
There's
get
no
it. They do it.
transaction fee?
Yeah, no
It's
transaction
no
fee.
transaction fee.
So I mean,
maybe they're selling Pokemons.
maybe, and it's crazy. People always want to be.
Well,
ahead
they got
of
to
the
be.
game.
They're selling information. It has to be selling data. That's where this is all coming from.
Back to what you said. I
Bits of
think you're
data.
right.
Because look at what you can track on something like this. If I'm buying something or selling something, I can track. If I have that data, I know exactly what you're doing, when you're doing it, where you are when you're doing it. That's valuable information for an advertiser.
Yeah.
They
and-
have to be selling the data. That has to be it.
Well, I mean, I think right now maybe they're trying to build up that user base and then figure out how to monetize
monetize it,
But the
yeah.
problem with that is once they figure out how to monetize it, these big banks, I think like JP Morgan, Bank of America, they're going to say, hey, that's pretty profitable. I think we can
Yeah.
do that just as well.
Well, Venmo already sold to, you're saying PayPal, right?
PayPal, that is
So maybe
correct,
there was
yeah.
already an exit there.
Yeah.
Where they made a bunch of money. God knows how, but
Well, I'll tell you how. It's called a path of liquidity. So Venmo, a couple of guys started Venmo. They took some investment capital to start it. They gave up an equity position to the venture capital guys that put them in business.
Right.
They started getting, and PayPal saw, here's yet another way we can make money, and that's their big payday.
Yeah.
It happens every day. I mean, there's about 10 acquiring companies here on the West Coast, up in Silicon Valley and in Silicon Beach. Google, Intel, Pinterest, PayPal. I mean, and they just go out there and look for companies. So a lot of guys build companies in hopes of their path liquidity. Your path liquidity when you started a business a long time ago was IPO or acquisition.
Right.
Right? And mostly IPO. Now it's acquisition.
That's right.
They go out there in hopes of getting sold.
and why is that? Because of what we talked about.
Because of exactly
the
what we talked about.
regulatory
Exactly
environment.
Right. So my point about this though is you're not, as a millennial, you're not afraid of this, and millennials are generally not afraid of doing this.
I'm not going to say I'm
As far-
afraid of it, but big
As far as
transactions.
cyber
yeah.
stuff, cybersecurity type thing.
I mean, cybersecurity, I'm pretty comfortable with it. I mean, I've grown up with it, so I'm used to it. But again, I still don't feel comfortable with Venmo with transactions over $100.
No.
So I'm staying away from that.
Are you
that's for
still
sure.
are you still not a fan of Acorns? Acorns takes a little
Acorns.
piece of each transaction and puts it in a savings account.
Still not a fan of that. I don't
Think
think
it's a waste of
good.
time. Piece of pie is better than none of the pie, though. No.
See, my problem with it is, I mean, kind of getting a little off the topic, obviously, but I had a friend who was in Acorns, invested $100. He's like, my account's at $101 now. I didn't make any money. I said, well, $1 off $100, that's not a bad return when you look at it in terms of percentage.
Yeah.
But so I think they're giving millennials the wrong idea about investing and looking at the long term and kind of what a good return really is.
Yeah, right. That's exactly right. Thanks so much, Chase. Chase Wilsey, our millennial investing expert. Of course, Wilsey Asset Management, and I can tell you, he's moving the needle with his generation, getting them to invest. $125, $150 a month at age 25 garners you $1.4 million at age 65 at a 7% return. We did it yesterday. Can you imagine that? You never have to put any more money in. All right, stand by. Thanks, guys.